Smith. I'm a right-handed pitcher from Leesburg, Florida. I played in independent baseball and now here in Mexico.
Tucker, welcome to 15 Minutes Tácticos. Bueno, tácticos, bienvenidos a 15 minutos tácticos. Yo les voy a estar traduciendo un poco y les vamos a poner subtítulos ya que Tucker Smith pues, nos va a estar hablando en inglés. Thank you so much for your time. Tucker, starting, could you please tell me your, could you please tell me how you feel about the season so far and your results about the team in
Absolutely,
general?
yeah. So obviously we've had our ups and downs, but if you look at our team, we're by far the best hitting team in the league, in my opinion. And our big thing is just finding a way to pitch and manage that. Like we know if we give up 8 to 10 runs, we still have a great opportunity to win that game. So even if we can just handle maybe 6-7 runs every time, which is definitely a doable thing here. But no lead is safe, and we've learned that too. So we still play like it's a close game, even when we're down 6. We know we can come back. So we just have that confidence, and I think that's really going to drive us into the playoffs.
Oscar told me that the expectations of you guys as a team are playoffs.
Absolutely.
Do you share the same thought, or how do you feel?
Yeah, it gives me goosebumps thinking about it. But I know that we have that dynamic in the clubhouse. We're very tight, actually. We have that core group that's been around here. I've been here for 2.5 months, and I've seen a lot of the same faces, which is good to see. So, yeah, I definitely think that we're just going to continue to get hot and just use that momentum to carry it on into the playoffs.
15 minutes of tactics. I think that's the name of the interview. If we can translate that from Spanish to English, I want to share your thoughts as a baseball as your career, your like the things that you've learned so far from your career. You told me a few minutes ago that you were in Taiwan, then Mexico. How did you start practicing baseball, and how did you get to a country like Taiwan?
So, long story short, I went to junior college, got recruited to one Division II school, went there and broke my hand the first year. So I had a medical red shirt, then bounced back the next year and just continued to train. And as I got better and better, I just continued to take any opportunity I got. And every time I've went anywhere, it's just, hey, this is your one shot. And I said, yes. So that's been my whole career. It took me to independent ball with the Houston Apollos travel team in the American Association, then getting signed with the Lincoln Salt Dogs, going up to Trois Rivières in French Quebec, like Canada area. And then they offered me an opportunity to go to Australia. I've been to Australia for 3 years. Got signed to minor leagues in Taiwan, and yeah, now here in Mexico in Aguascalientes, and I love it. But I think the big things I've learned is I've definitely developed new pitches as I've been. I've tried to create more movement because I'm not much of a power pitcher, as you would say. So yeah, just learning to expand the zone whenever you can, knowing that you're in control of all points, and I have the advantage over any hitter. Regardless of who it is, I have an advantage of getting them out. So that's kind of my mindset.
How do you describe yourself as a pitcher? How do you see your strengths? If weakness, we don't want to share the weakness, but if you want to share your strengths, how do you see yourself?
My strength is definitely composure on the mound. I would say that I don't really get frustrated, or I don't let the game become bigger than it is. Just kind of take it in and do whatever I know I can, control what I can control. I have a lot of movement on my pitches. I'm very good with my command in the zone. I need to work a little more on just nibbling those edges rather than big misses and small misses. So I need those small misses, and that's what's going to elevate my game even more. So I'm just continuing to work on that and dial those things in.
How come you became a pitcher? Why not first base? How come pitcher?
So I played second base in high school, and then I actually got recruited to college as a catcher. And that year we played fall ball, and our number 1 pitcher broke his hand, and our number 2 pitcher had bicep tendonitis, and he was out to start the season. So they told me, hey, we're going to need you to pitch, because I was a relief pitcher only. They said, we need you to start, and since then I've just been a starter, trying to throw harder and harder every year. I didn't throw hard at all in high school. That's why I didn't get recruited, and then I just continued. Once I found a good training program, that's what kind of elevated me into a pitcher.
A few moments ago with Oscar, we were talking about the sacrifices of the baseball player. Do you think that it's a sacrifice? Become a baseball player, you have to go away from home, You have to be in Aguascalientes, far away from your home state. How do you describe it? It's a sacrifice for you?
It's a sacrifice, a blessing, an opportunity, all in one. Like
Okay.
you get to meet new people. You have to give up on things that might be at your home or might be somewhere else. Like I have a girlfriend in Australia who obviously can't come here because she has her work obligations. My family's in Florida. I just had my birthday yesterday and celebrated with my
Congratulations.
team. So it's like, yeah, there is a lot of things that you do give up and you do miss out on, but that comes and goes. Um, there's a lot of celebrations, maybe weddings, but
But
like
it is what it is.
as it is, yeah, you take it in and you just accept what's happening in your life. Like me going to Australia for 3 years as well, I've missed Christmas with my family, but I've established a new family over there. So it's like a give and a take, and you're gonna just make the best of the situations you're in.
And all of that because you love so much baseball that it's your passion. You have to practice every day, or how can you can describe the love for baseball, the love for the game that you put it in the field.
Well, it's definitely yeah, love for the game just continues to drive that. I played since I was 4 years old, and my dad brings it up to me all the time. I've told him that I'm just going to continue to play as long as I feel that I'm getting better or feel that I'm able to play at those levels. I don't want to continue. I don't want to press for it, but if I know I can continue to play at these levels, then I'm just going to keep doing it because I do love it and it's something that is just embedded in me, and I don't see a reason of. There's only so many people that get to be here, right?
Sure, sure,
So
sure.
if
A
it's
few
me,
people.
then I'm gonna keep doing it. As long as somebody calls and they want me, I'm gonna be here.
You've been doing this since you were 15, 13,
Four.
4.
Yeah, I started baseball at 4 years old.
Okay, so in professional level, um, how many years or that you can remember?
Since my professional debut was May 21st of 2021. So
2021, so it's 4
yeah,
years.
just over 4 years.
Okay,
And luckily, I've had that many opportunities and just traveled all over the world and seen so many places, met so many people who I continue to talk to all the time. So
it's exciting,
yeah,
right?
it's a great lifestyle.
Um, could you please tell me what's the biggest? It's not counsel. It's the biggest lesson that you've learned in those 4 years. What's the biggest lesson that you've learned so far?
Just be humble. Like, there's really nothing you can control, as I mentioned before. Um, you could have the best outing of your life, and somebody could be waiting on the doorstep to take your job. So I think that lesson is just every day go out there with the intent of proving who you are and staying who you are. Not try to be something else. Not try to do anything over the top that isn't what got you here. Just yeah, continue to do what you know and what got you to this level. So
So you've told me a few moments ago about the edges, the edges or the little things that you have to improve every day,
yeah,
so you can become better. How do you do that?
just work every day for it. Yeah,
Okay.
throwing bullpens and facing hitters and
Is
seeing
it
live
something
hitters is-
different that you do, or is it something that I don't know, every time that you throw the ball it's, oh, okay, I'm gonna throw it this way or another way, or it doesn't work like that?
You kind of feel it out of the hand. So
Okay.
when you let the ball go, you know if it felt true or not, and then a lot of video. So you're watching video on yourself and you're seeing where those near misses go. Because when you think of a round ball hitting a round bat, if you can make something move this much more, throw it this much to the side, it goes from hitting that barrel to not hitting the barrel.
Sure.
Turns a home run into a fly out, things like that. So I know if I'm just picking a little bit of, it doesn't have to be great changes overnight. It's just making those little adjustments day by day,
Just the little details,
little
right?
details. That's it.
um Here there are like 30 plus of your teammates. What who is your teammate that you get along the most, or the most
Ooh.
fun, or
I don't know. Well, Jared Carr's been in the dugout a lot. I know that nobody wants to see him hurt, but this is his third time kind of hurt this year. So when I'm not pitching, I'm obviously sitting in the dugout watching the game. So he's one of the guys I talk to a lot. Dalen Miley's my roommate here in the apartments and when we're on the road. And then Nick Troglic's, obviously, he's just a funny guy. So I'd
Cool.
say those guys. But I get along with everybody. I've never been a person that has grudges or anything. Like, I'll walk up to anybody and joke around with anybody. But once it's game time, that's when the serious me comes out.
It's the family, right?
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
ambience. Um, Tucker, thank you so much for your time, for the minutes. Guy, bueno, tácticos, los invitamos a que nos sigan en todas nuestras redes sociales. Aquí vamos a tener la entrevista. And we're gonna go to the final part of the interview.
Okay.
And in last with your last teammates, Orlando Martinez, Oscar de la Cruz, I've asked them if they were champions any time. Have you been a champion in your career?
In 23 and 24 winter ball in Australia, we're
Could you please
champions.
describe me how it was it and what are the differences? Because in here, well, we all seen that you've been struggling for getting hot, like we were talking about a few moments ago. Um, there's differences between a team that's champion and that's not.
Mhm.
How can you see those differences? And if you can talk to me more about the experience of being champion.
Yeah. So as a starting pitcher, it's a lot different because a championship series, everybody knows, isn't just one game. So I do my part, and then you sit on the bench and you just have to trust that everybody else is going to do their part, and that's what a championship team is, as we mentioned before. So whether there's bases loaded and guy strikes out, you just have to have that belief that the next guy's going to get it done. Same with if I come out of a game in the fifth inning and I leave guys on, I have to trust that bullpen guy that comes in is going to do his job to help me out of the situation I put myself in, and that's what makes a championship team.
And about the experience of being champion,
Oh yeah.
what do you remember of that?
The first time I ever won was
Uh-huh.
I pitched the second game and we went to the game three, and I hopped the fence. It was a fly ball to left field. Guy on third base, Josh Kennelly actually was the guy caught the ball in left field, threw the guy out to home. Game ending, double play, sac fly. Tried to tag to home plate. We won 2-1, and everybody just hopped off, buttoned up jerseys, ripped off the
Uh-huh.
jerseys, sliding into the outfield. Yeah. I've never had it was a walk-off win, I guess, but we tackled the guy in the outfield. So that's been the first time I've ever experienced that. And then obviously afterwards was extremely exciting. So the next couple days were actually a little bit of a bender for us, but
Uh-huh.
it's good to have that environment and just be able to celebrate with the guys that you've played with the whole season.
Pretty cool, pretty
Yeah.
cool. Um, could you please tell me one counsel or one advice for the people that are seeing this? I want to to get that message for little kids, for young guys like you
Yeah.
that doesn't look that this is an opportunity, a real opportunity. They look so far from it. What's the advice that you can give, that you can give to them because of your career, all of your experiences?
I'd
What's the
say never
advice?
give up. Like if you really want something, continue to do it because there's going to be somebody out there that notices it, and that progression is just going to keep getting better. So don't chase things, as we mentioned earlier, as you're chasing edges. Doesn't have to be a big thing overnight. Like every bit of progress you do, whether it's 6 months, 2 years, it's going to take a long time and it's a process. But if you trust that process and continue to work hard, you can do anything.
And last question. Thank you so much for your time.
Mhm.
What are the best teachers of this sports that you remember? Your coach from Florida from 4 years. Here, your staff, your staff, or what? Who is the best teacher that you've uh, well been working with so far?
So mentor wise would
Yeah.
be my second year at my Division II school, a guy named Matthew Lamoth, who really just turned me into the pitcher I am now. He worked with me, helped me gain. He was my recovery kind of rehab guy for my hand. So I was his number one guy, and he just continued to push me a little harder and harder every time. Jonathan Martin was my strength and conditioning coach for 3 years. And then Carlos Mirabal was my coach in Trois Rivières that pushed for me and pushed for me and pushed for me and got me to Taiwan. And that's now I've been drafted into the Baseball United for this winter. So there's a lot of things just coming on just by the people I know.
And by curiosity, the last question. What are your expectations of your career? Do you see here being a long time, or well, baseball? It can predict, right? But
Mhm.
how do you see yourself in the future?
hopefully healthy.
Okay.
Essentially, like obviously, I want to keep playing as long as I can. I just want to stay healthy and be able to play catch with my kids and coach their teams and things like that. But career-wise, is just as I mentioned before, whatever opportunities are there, it just comes down to talking with the family and seeing what makes sense for me and what my next step might be. But I love baseball. That's it.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
Tácticos, eso fue 15 minutos tácticos con Tucker Smith.
Thank you.